That one.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Tim. And I've got a guest here, and her name is Carmyn. And Carmyn is pretty stinking special as a guest because, Carmyn, who are you to me?
He's my dad.
Yeah? Which makes you my daughter, right? Mm-hmm. And how old are you?
7.
You are 7 years old. And so, what dish are we about to make?
The Salmon Benedict.
Salmon Benedict. How much do you love this dish?
A lot.
Yeah, she does love it. In fact, so there's a local cafe we go to. What's the name of that cafe?
Bacon's.
Bacon's Cafe. We go there not too far away, and we always get the Salmon Benedict. And I started out getting it, and then she started eating it off my plate, and finally she started ordering her own, and she'll get the full order, which is actually 2 of the English muffin halves with the Benedict on it and hash browns. And for a while, the waiters or waitresses would raise an eyebrow. Are you really going to eat all this? And now they don't question it at all. Yes, she will eat it all. And so that's this is the dish that we've come to love from there. And it was one that she asked me to learn to make. And it was for your what, birthday?
Yeah, birthday.
Yeah, she wanted me to learn to make it for her birthday. So that is what we did. All right. So go ahead, Carmyn, and tell them about the ingredients for this meal.
Okay, so it's an English muffin, which you open it up, it'll make 2 at a time. Eggs, they're room temperature. 4 eggs.
Well, hang on. Why do we have 5 eggs here?
5 eggs, it's because if you break one and like the yolk isn't good or something, we always have an extra one. And then we have the lemon, the butter, same room temperature as the eggs, the salmon, the paprika, the cayenne, red pepper, and the dill weed.
Okay, so here's the deal. A little recipe hack on this one. If you're like me, you got a family, you're not in it for the challenge of making hollandaise sauce. You just want the deliciousness of Salmon Benedict, but without the timing and the hassle of making the hollandaise. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's an easy sauce to mess up, okay? So a lot of people don't take this dish on because it's not an easy one to get right. Now, if you want the quick hack, it's not very chef-like of me, but I'm not a chef. I'm a family man. I got kids and a wife to cook for, okay? And sometimes friends and other family. And so sometimes we just gotta, take the easy way to get to where we wanna go, in which case I'm gonna say it's okay to go to the store, get yourself a little packet of hollandaise sauce, okay? There's different qualities of it. If you can find a nice high quality one, it's fine. At the end of the day, is it the same? No. But do you like the taste of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've made the hollandaise, she's loved that. I've also made some that she did not like, but this one is correct every time. It may not be perfect and authentic, but at the same time, it gets the job done, all right? So that's the tip for this meal. So let's get started. All right, so what we've got right now is we've got our butter over on the stove. We've got it on a very, very low temperature. We're gonna go ahead and bring that to a liquid. We don't want to burn it, so we just want it super low. If they're simmering at all, you need to turn the heat down, pull it off, maybe put just an edge of the pan on there, whisk it up every now and then just to keep it from burning. We don't want the butter to separate. We want it to be melted, okay? Now, what Carmyn's gonna help us do right now is she's gonna help us separate the egg yolk from the egg white. And so in order to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and show her how to do the first one. And that is we're gonna tap it on a flat, hard surface. Okay, we're gonna get a nice crack in there. We wanna pull the pan closer. So we're gonna open this up and let the whites fall. And then we're gonna pour that egg yolk back and forth. And try and get as much of that white out as possible. Might be a little messy, that's okay. And that looks good. And then we can just pour that on over into our pan there.
Okay. So you take the egg, right?
Smack it on the hard surface. A little harder. All right. Now, don't open it like that. You want to kind of open it where it's up.
Okay. Like that? Okay. Like that?
Yep. Now, and then tip it. There you go. And then rock it back and forth. There you go. Keep going until you get all that white out. There you go. Looking good. Now go ahead and dump that yolk over here. There you go. Okay, perfect. Very nice. Very nice. You can just set that right there. Okay, you want to do the next one? Okay, you know what to do.
Okay, then like do this. Okay. Oh my goodness. So much at a time. So much at a time. That looks good. Should I put it in?
Yeah, go for it. All right.
It's better. Like this, and then like oh.
Guess we should have had those aprons you were talking about, huh?
I think that peed on me. It peed on me. That was not very pleasant.
All right, so next we're gonna go ahead and cut our lemon. So let's get that going. And a tablespoon of lemon juice, 4 egg yolks, and a half cup of butter is what we need for this. Go ahead and cut that lemon now. And if you have seeds in your lemon, the best way to do it is just cup your hand, squeeze the lemon right into your hand. And if there's any seeds, you can catch them, and then you're good to go. So now we whisk vigorously. Carmyn, you want to whisk vigorously for us?
What does vigorously mean?
Really fast and keep it fast and controlled, okay? Make that happen.
Hold on to this. It's good?
Keep going. Okay, so because timing is so important, and depending on where your strengths and weaknesses might be in the kitchen, and because we're making our hollandaise sauce from scratch for this recipe, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is Carmyn has finished whisking together the egg yolk and the lemon juice, and so it's at a good kind of frothy, thick consistency. And so we're gonna set that off to the side. We're gonna finish this last with the butter so that when it's done, we can pour it right over the top of our Benedict and call it done, okay? But until then, we're gonna go ahead and set that off to the side. We also have a half cup of melted butter here. We're gonna set that also off to the side. And right now we're gonna go ahead and work on our eggs, okay? And so I'm gonna show you how I do this. Now, generally speaking, a Benedict calls for a poached egg. What I have found is trying to do a poached egg in my kitchen is not always a consistent operation. So what I have found that is consistent is doing a par poached egg. And so all that means is we're taking the egg, we're dropping it into a medium skillet as far as temperature. We want it lightly oiled, but we're gonna do all the eggs at the same time, drop it in, and then we're going to pour a little bit of water in there and put the lid on. And that water is gonna steam it from the top, and then the skillet's gonna cook it from the bottom. So we're gonna get that runny egg that we want on top of our on our Benedict. So when we pour that hollandaise sauce right over the top of it, all of it's gonna run together when we hit it with the fork and cut it open. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now, another thing we can do as far as prepping while that happens, we can go ahead and lightly oil. I'll show you how I like to lightly oil and season. Okay, are you ready for this? Really difficult process. Okay, are you ready for this? Really difficult process to lightly oil. Got my, well, this is my avocado oil spray. Okay, and I'm done. Now, Do you like that?
It was gonna be really hard.
Yeah, that was it. Did that look hard? Could you handle that? I'm also gonna do a dusting of salt on there just to give some flavor to the. So. Okay, I like it. All right. So, right now I've got the skillet is heating up. You don't want to put your egg in the skillet too soon because it'll stick. We don't want that. And so I want that skillet to heat up. And then I'm gonna put that oil in there, and I gotta get my lid ready, and I gotta get my water ready. So when I drop those eggs in, provided that I didn't break the yolk on any of them, and that's why I've got 5, because remember, I'm making 4 of these, so I've got 5 eggs in case one of the yolks breaks. Now, I also have a bagel toaster. I toast my English muffins on one side. They'll be warm, but only toasted on one side. And so that's why you want a bagel toaster. Otherwise, you can just pop them in the oven on broil, watch them for a few seconds, make sure they're toasted, and you're done, okay? So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. Okay, so Carmen's gonna go ahead and do an attempt on cracking the eggs in there. Now, here's the thing. If you're trying to do these eggs, the fresher your egg is, the less likely the yolk is to break. The longer that egg has been in the fridge, the more likely it is to break. The other thing you wanna do is, when you crack it, you want to get close to the skillet to drop it, because if you're up high and it drops, I mean, naturally that egg has a better chance of cracking. So that's just kind of a couple tips. Now, I've got this skillet really good and hot, probably too hot. So we're going to pull it off to the side, and she's going to crack it closer to her. Plus it's safer for her to do it right next to her. And then we'll pour that water in, which I've got a little bit of filtered water here. She's going to do all 4 eggs. Yep. Too high. Get lower. Lower.
Cracker? Oh, I got an eggshell on it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to dust them with salt. Put them right back on the burner. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of water in here. And then we want to cover that with a lid. Like I said, it's going to cook from the bottom and it's going to steam from the top, okay? While our eggs are over there cooking, Carmen's going to get our English muffins ready. She's going to drop these in the toaster, and we're going to put it on the bagel setting. And so this one goes on this side. Yep. And then the other one, whichever one. Turn it around. And then push it down. All right.
Now press bagel.
And then press bagel. Perfect. Okay, so this is what our par poached eggs will look like. And so we don't really care about all the little stuff on the outside. We just want the nice meaty centers with the egg yolks. So we're gonna scoop those up with our flat spatula. Right now we've got our par poached eggs going on right here. So they are ready. And so when we get our bagels ready, we'll just drop those eggs. Well, we'll put the salmon on there, drop the eggs on there. I've also got the oven on warm, and that way we could just put everything in the oven so nothing gets too cold, and it'll be ready to eat right out of the oven, basically, okay? So here is our salmon. This is 3.5 ounces of smoked sockeye salmon. And so that'll be enough to serve up here.
Year to do it.
Yeah. All right, so all we're gonna do is we're gonna take our ribbons here of salmon. We're just gonna kind of plate them or put them on each one of those bagels. Do you want to try one?
Sure.
So you just kind of
Put it on? Okay.
Yeah, just kind of pretty and fold it on there.
Okay. Oh, that's not folded. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay.
And then you can take these last little bits and just kind of put them on there just however you like.
I need a little more to put on here.
You're good. It's all right here. All this will go on the last one.
I'm gonna cook these.
Make sure you cover it all so every fork bite gets some salmon. There you go. And then we take our egg. I'm gonna put that right on top there.
Dada, are we gonna try our sauce we made?
Hmm?
Are we gonna
Can you open up the oven?
open up? Yeah. Open up.
Okay, so this is one of those things where it's really nice to have a helper. And so Carmen's definitely gonna be doing that. I'm gonna have her pouring the butter as I'm doing the whisking, because the whisking is more of the physical labor. It gets a little tiring. So you gotta keep that up, keep that up, keep that up. And then Carmen will drizzle in that butter and it'll all come together beautifully. Okay.
Like, how do I drizzle this butter? Like, just slowly. Like, it's gonna tell me when.
Not yet.
Okay.
Now we got to get this pot. So we got to get the pot up to temperature. The one that we just dropped in has to be getting up to temperature too. Okay, just drizzle a little bit. Just a little bit.
Good.
Keep going.
Good.
Yep, keep going.
Good.
Yep, keep going. Keep going. Too fast. Nope, not yet.
Go.
Yep. Yep.
Go.
Hang on. Yep.
Go. Go.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, keep coming.
What?
Come on. Okay, a little bit more.
Go.
Keep going.
Okay. Go.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. Okay. Good.
A little bit more.
Go.
Yep, a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay.
That's all the butter.
Awesome. All right, so this is keep going.
What? My hand gets tired fast.
I know. That's why Daddy was doing it all. Dash of cayenne. Salmon Benedict. All right. Let's see how we did. Yep.
We haven't had this in 5,000 years. The fork.
I love you. So that's it for this dish on how to make Salmon Benedict at home, the easy way and the good old-fashioned scratch hollandaise way. And until next time.